Well, yeah, not sure if this is worth saving or not. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Got a lot of tweaks and bends. Pretty sure at one point that old truck was going to be for sale. Somebody come and looked at it. Nobody was living here at the time. And yeah, they must have not latched the hood. And the hood ended up laying in the grass. Strong wind come through and just ripped it right off. So as you can, I don't know if you saw in the video, the truck has got more beat up after that. Pieces of the truck could be saved. I don't know if you could save the whole thing. You could. It would be a lot of time, a lot of hours. If a person's gonna try and salvage anything, you gotta start somewhere. Let's flip this hood over and get a better look at the other side. So that's pretty bad there. There. Crack there. Pretty bad there. It's just around the whole thing is just bad. I'm gonna definitely have to do some cutting and some welding and reinforcing. Here's the back piece that it was ripped off of. Even this is ripped there, ripped there. Should be, it won't be a quick job, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to play a podcast through my earpiece and you guys can just watch and I'll play some music for you later on. Maybe we can make it more better. Maybe this is pointless. We'll find out. So along this back ridge is definitely a lot better. There's still a big crease there, which is affecting this here. Definitely got a lot of paint can tin. It's just not much structure without the back piece on, and the big crack in the center. But this is not lining up properly because of all these other creases everywhere. I'm going to try and get this lined up better here. I'll weld the back piece back on. I have to have some kind of structure to get rid of the paint canning. I have to do all that before I move down to the front. Well, is that making too much tension? The only way to get into there is I got to cut on the back side the structure on the nose. I'm going to have to cut into that to be able to get that out. Cut it, get it out, weld it back on. Too early in the day to have a beer and think about it. I'd have a coffee and think about it, but then I have to make coffee. Well, carrying on. Okay. What I did, I beat on the back side. Oh crap. There it is. I beat on the back side with this edge into this corner to get that more flushed out. I do have some highs coming through here now. But what I'll do before I move on to putting the piece on the bottom, I'm going to get this all flushed up, weld this crack up, and then that'll help hold the center out where it's supposed to be, because I can push in and the whole thing will collapse around that crack. So that'll get rid of a large part of the tin can in the center. Still have creases there, there, but this will help. We're actually getting somewhere. This is, well, maybe you can't tell, but I can see. Looks a lot better. Like this was all collapsed in. It's all pushed out. Now you got a nice round edge coming through. This was popped out from this being collapsed. That's all looking really good actually. Feels nice coming through. A little high spot right there. I can feel with my finger. But things are moving along. Side and tuck it underneath. It's starting to fit up quite nicely. Don't mind the gap there because I don't have that end pulled in, because when the wind took the hood off the truck, this doesn't have at all. This is way out to lunch. Got a big old crease here, big old crease here. So our piece that's meant for our structure of our roof is also no bueno. So now I have to get this kink out of this thing, out of this piece, just so I can get the fitment up on this edge here. I know this looks bad. Slow progress. We're going to take it as far as we can in the amount of time we have today. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. These also obviously need to be straightened out. They can be reattached. Welding is not going to happen today. I'm out of gas. I have some flux core welding wire, but it's 0.035, and I can't weld with it. I tried welding up that crack a little bit. I'm just burning holes. I have the wire. I got the 023 wire. I just don't have the. I'm out of gas. I wish they made flux core 023, but then people say that your welds aren't as nice. But anyway, we're on a time crunch. We get it as good as we can before we got to call her for a day. getting some shape. Things are coming together. I keep saying that, but it doesn't look like it. Right, our top braces are back in place, welded in place. A lot of the shape is back. I haven't tackled the big crease in the front and the nose here yet. When I do that, I'm gonna have to zip cut out a section here out of this front structure just to get access underneath. That's gonna have to be in a part 2. But from the shape that it was in to the shape that it has now, I must say, I'm not disappointed. It's going better than I thought it might. Getting this back in here, we've lost a lot of that, a lot of the tin canniness. We lost a lot of the tin can at the back side. Getting our structure piece on the back. I need to get gas so I can weld. That's not a happy topic, that one. But yeah, come back. We're gonna get this thing actually looking a lot better than this yet. Still looks rough, but it actually has the curvature across the top that it should. Still have some creases to deal with, but without welding gas, I can't fix the main problem, which is right there, as far as the tin canning goes. So we'll get some gas. We'll come back to this one. In the meantime, get off your friggin' video games. Get off your ass. Get outside and get after it. Get something done. Later.